let us turn our attention to the AFC Champions League 2. This platform offers a winning stage for established clubs to battle for a coveted title with a pathway to excellence in Asian club football. Get ready for electrifying matches and fierce competition, where every victory paves the way to unimaginable heights. This is the AFC Champions League 2.
On the way to the top, rivalries are born. New heroes emerge, paving the way to glory. 32 clubs battle it out from across Asia. AFC Champions League 2.
Now we introduce the AFC Challenge League. This platform serves as a launchpad for budding stars to shine on the continental club stage. Witness the passion, grit, and raw talent of 20 aspiring teams representing the vibrant tapestry of Asian football. The Challenge League is not just about winning, it is about fostering development and a spirit of growth that will benefit the entire Asian footballing ecosystem for years to come. This is the AFC Challenge League.
For the believers, for those that dream, the opportunity takers, where talent develops and fortune favors the brave. AFC Challenge League.
The future of Asian club football shines brightly with the all-new AFC Women's Champions League. For the first time ever, Asia's top 12 women's clubs will converge to showcase their talent and compete for ultimate glory. This is more than just a competition. It is a powerful symbol of innovation and inclusivity, inspiring generations of female athletes to chase their dreams and write their own stories on the pitch. This is the AFC Women's Champions League.
Breaking new ground for women's club football in Asia. 12 of the best teams, chasing greatness, inspiring generations in a fierce contested competition to crown the best in Asia. AFC Women's Champions League.
This is
Hello and a very warm welcome to our continuing coverage of the AFC Champions League Elite. The knockout stages are about to happen. We are finished with the groups. This is a two-legged tie, round of 16 in the East region, between Shanghai Port and Yokohama Marinos. And those of you with short memories will even remember that 2 weeks ago these two sides met in this stadium on match day 8 in the group. And there was a bit of drama there as well, because Shanghai Shenhua would have finished above Shanghai Port had they not been eliminated effectively. They withdrew, they didn't fulfill their last matchday fixture, and therefore Shanghai Port, who would have finished 9th otherwise, ended up finishing in 8th place, and that is the last qualifying position. The Marinos side won that fixture by 2-0. They did win the group as well. And they are going for a club record 6 consecutive wins in the Champions League here this evening. There's a terrific atmosphere actually inside the stadium on match day 8. And the home fans thought their side needed to win to go through. They lost and still made it. So kind of a second chance, I guess. As for the Yokohama Marinos side, well, maybe not pulling up any trees domestically, only mid-table last season, which is very disappointing by their own high standards. But as far as the Champions League is concerned, this term, they have been pretty much exemplary. Just the one defeat in the group stage, 6 wins, more goals than any other side in that region, 21 in fact, so averaging 3 goals a game. And they only conceded 7 at the other end. Just a reminder, this is a 2-legged tie, so the return match will be in Japan a week today. And then, of course, we'll have to wait until April for the quarter-finals onwards. It is the first season of the newly rebranded Champions League Elite, 43rd edition of Asia's top club competition overall. And from the quarter-finals onwards, then you can get East versus West scenarios. At the moment, East and West have only met each other. Quarter-finals onwards, by the way, will be decided by a single game. So this is the only 2-legged tie of the competition at this stage, the round of 16. And you'd have to say, on all the available evidence, Yokohama Marinos will come in as favourites. However, they've made a very sluggish start to the new league season. It's 3 games old in Japan, and they've got just 2 points from a possible 9. A couple of draws and defeat. They drew 1-1 at home to Shonan Bellmare on Saturday. And that's in stark contrast, actually, to the way that Shanghai Port have started the new season in China. Even though they finished just about in the final qualifying spot in the Champions League in 8th, they have made a good start. They are the current Chinese champions, and they've won both matches of the new season so far. Amazing to think, actually, as we look at Steve Holland, the Yokohama Marinos boss, but Shanghai Port was founded less than 20 years ago. Actually began in the 3rd tier of Chinese football, the team they call the Red Eagles. And in that relatively short period of time, they've won 2 league titles, one last season, as I mentioned, and the other back in 2018. Seventh season in the AFC Champions League for Shanghai Port, to the semis back in 2017. But they will start as underdogs here. That 2-0 victory, by the way, a couple of weeks ago, the Yokohama Marinos side had 52% possession in that match and twice as many shots on target as well. Fourth meeting between the sides. The Yokohama Marinos have won a couple of them. Just the 1 win for Shanghai Port. Marinos actually lost their opening group match 7-3. It was an incredible match against Gwangju, the Korean side, but they haven't done anything wrong since then. And they've got a lot of talent going forward, the likes of Lopez and Unaka, Diatono, who's recently joined the club, and a very promising young Togolese player, Kojo Aziembe, who plays in midfield. A little bit of a Patrick Vieira's about it. Reminder also that the winners of this tournament qualify for the FIFA Intercontinental Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup later this year. So there's a lot on the line here. Must feel for Shanghai Port that it's just a shot to nothing, really. Didn't expect to be in this group stage, in this knockout round rather, because of events elsewhere with Shanghai Shenhua. They find themselves mixing it in the last 16. Well, their boss Kevin Muscat makes 4 changes, including a return to skipper for the veteran Wang Chen-Chao, who's been with the club for nearly 2 decades, would you believe? Up front, they boast a trio of Brazilians. Gustavo's the leading scorer, while Leonardo and Vitan have both impressed as recent signings. 5 substitutes can be used, and a 6th if there is a concussion incident. Man in charge tonight is Kim Jong-hyuk of Korea, and as ever we do have VAR in operation, and both the gentlemen scanning the technology are from Korea. There they are. Well, Yokohama coach Steve Holland has no new injury concerns, so a full-strength side that includes the predatory Addison Lopez up top, alongside new arrival Dayatono. Watch out too, as I mentioned, for the live wire Asahi Unaka. He scored an absolute beauty when the sides met here a fortnight ago. There is the main man, Addison Lopez, up front for Yokohama Marinos. He is the skipper as well, and he's one of the leading scorers in the competition this season. 6 goals he has to his name. Just waiting for the clock to tick round to the official kick-off time. The new arrivals at Shanghai Port. Leonardo and Matheus Vitan have fitted in very well. So away we go, bang on time, with Shanghai Port all in red, attacking the goal away to our left in this first half. Conceded a lot of territory early in the game a couple of weeks ago. They were under pressure pretty much from the first whistle, and once they conceded the first goal, they never really recovered. Steve Holland will be looking for similar from Yokohama Marinos here. Kevin Muscat, who of course was a former Yokohama Marinos coach, said that the lessons have been learned. Well, this will be the proof of it. To see them make a solid start. That's Ibarra's throw. This is Jason Quinones, recent arrival in January from Colombia. Kantai, the covering defender. Shushin. Important role for Shushin today, just in front of the back four, giving them a bit of protection from the likes of Anderson Lopez. There's Kevin Muscat, on the J1 League as Yokohama coach 3 years ago. Also won a couple of A-League titles in Australia at Melbourne. That's going to be the first corner of the game, and it goes to the home side. Steve Holland already making a few notes. Formerly the assistant to Gareth Southgate, the England national side. He's been here a couple of months. So first test defensively for Yokohama Marinos. That's very convincing. There's a man down. The referee realised the ball was going to go out, so have to stop the game. But now we can get a physio on. It's a bang in the face. Oh yeah, it was just a collision, wasn't it? Nasty. Katsuya Nagato is okay. So a couple of early corners here for Shanghai Port. Wasn't the best delivery. And then flipped on by Jan Mateus quite skillfully under pressure. First touch of Vital, just had it whipped off his toe, but the whistle had gone. About it. Oh, that was a bit short, the pass. His teammate under pressure there for no real reason, but they've managed to escape with the ball. Park Il-gu in goal for Yokohama tonight, the 34-year-old. That's a better ball. That's a better again. Looking long. I think the plan is to try and hit Anderson Lopez, the number 10, every possible opportunity. Gone again, and another player, that's Fu Guan, the right back, who's been part of the furniture here really, 14 years at Shanghai Port. Slightly concerned Kevin Muscat looking on. Fell out with the previous coach, Fu Guan, was sent out on loan to a couple of clubs. Yeah, you can see him there, left of your screen. He just put his hand up to the bench, and it may be, well, it looks like he is going to continue, but for a moment I thought he was saying to them, look, I've got to come off. Like they are potentially making preparations for a change, however. That's when Shen Hao, who was in deep conversation with the coach. Quinones. The crowd were booing because they want Matt to come back on. Oh, Quinones was dwelling on it there. He got a little lucky. Almost a terrible giveaway. Siengbe by Matsubara. It's broken for Shushin. Gustavo. Much better start tonight than they did a couple of weeks ago. Fu Guan looks like he's recovered. Certainly seems to be moving okay. A little optimistic, the shot from Gustavo. Just look a fraction nervous, Yokohama, at the moment. There's Yangbe. Now Matsubara. Couldn't see any option going forward all the way back to Park Il-kyu. Well, certainly the press from Shanghai Port's been impressive in the early minutes here, making it very difficult for Yokohama to get out. Quite kindly from Matsubara. And on by Tono. This is Yamane. That's Yingbe. Matsubara again, seen a lot of the ball. Right back in the first 7 or 8 minutes. Just need a bit of possession to settle them down, you feel, Yokohama. Snapping into the challenge was Jiang Guangtai. Well, he's gone down again, Fu Guan, and I don't think he's going to be able to play any further part. This doesn't look good at all. Left ankle just slid from underneath him. That might be nasty. Well, let's hope he's okay. It's the end of his evening. Wong Chunao is going to come on, who did play from the start actually in the game here a couple of weeks back.
He's replaced by player number 2019, Wong Chunao.
Not sure if the defender got a piece of that. The referee says corner. They were asking for handball, and it did look like it might have connected with the defender's arm. VAR might be having a look at this. Cleared. Tono, driven in early, and the header was straight at the goalkeeper. Otherwise, Lopez would have put Yokohama in front. Didn't know that much about it, Yan Chunling, but he got in the way of it. Clearly onside. Had that been a metre or two on the side of the keeper, I think he would have had a real problem. Well, they're in the wars at the moment, aren't they, Shanghai Port? That's Min Tian, who's got nosebleed maybe by the look of it. Look at that handball instant. Well, I'll tell you, he might be a little fortunate there, Min Tian. Well, it might still be 0-0, but it's been an intriguing opening few minutes here. The injuries and substitutions, that chance for Lopez. Second top scorer with 6 in the Champions League, Anderson Lopez. First touch for Chunao, and he's got it back again. Just a little heavy. Allowed the defender to get back, Jan Mateus, and make the challenge. Shushin. Kick for Leonardo. Wasn't a bad header down either. Brazilian was on the prowl, it didn't quite break for him. And that's going to be a goal kick. Well, this is CHN who seems to have a problem. So many injuries in the first few minutes here. All for Shanghai Port. They've had to make one change already. That was how it happened. No blame attached to Asari Yanaka, whose challenge it was. We'll be needing a new can of that in a minute. Shanghai physio. And Kevin Muscat in deep conversation with his Brazilian striker. Spun away from Lopez. Oh, that would have hurt. That looked like a little late, that challenge. Certainly you can see some of the players weren't too fussed with it. Yellow card. I think Steve Holland was maybe thinking it could have been a different colour. Vidal it was with the challenge. Ooh. I think he might be fortunate. I suppose he could, well, it wasn't over the ball. I guess that's the case for the defence. But he certainly hurt Matsubara. This is Leonardo. That's a nice ball and a nice turn for Vital. Well, deserved a better finish, didn't it? But they're so much more progressive tonight than they were here a couple of weeks ago. It was a giveaway by Yokohama. Not what he was looking for. Turns Vital. Here from Cruzeiro last month, the Brazilian. Actually had a season at Panathinaikos in Greece. The referee saw that as a foul, but no need to whistle, they had the ball. Mateus. Yamane. Sandy Walsh. Clearance for Shenchao to effect. Way off by Anderson Lopez, but not as accurately as he was hoping. Sandy Walsh, who made his debut against Shanghai Port a couple of weeks ago. He's been featuring in the early league matches as well. Belgian born, but he's an Indonesian international. There's Gustavo. Was he fouled? The referee had a good look and said no. That's about it. All the way back again. This time they can play their way out from the back. It is how Steve Holland wants them to play. But sometimes it'll just be a little too over-elaborate. Quinones. That's a barrel down the line. Oh, and then a lack of concentration, and they've conceded a cheap throw. CHN. Chanel. Mbé's mistake. It's fallen for Vital. Actually was looking to shoot. That avenue was closed down pretty quickly. Chanel. Struggling to clear it at the moment, Yokohama. Now maybe they can get away. Lopez will chase, but always had a yard or two on him. Guactai. Chanel. Seen quite a lot of the ball since he came on as an early substitute. CHN. CHN again. Covering defender. Chanel comfortably, and just for a minute, as though there might have been half a chance for Leonardo. Nothing came of it. That's Sabara. Again, all the way back from Quinones. Yamane. It's Yangbe, only 21. Here in July, he was playing in Dubai with Al Nassr. Mateus. Yamane. Well, that's dangerous, and it was towards Mateus. There was no angle for him really, but cute little ball dinked in. Just had to be alert. Lee. Two very experienced keepers tonight. He's 34. His counterpart, Park Il-gu, a year older. Chanel. Just dwelt on it, Lyon, almost invited the interception. Chanel, last man back. CHN. Lyon. It's well won, Matthias Vidal, and now he's lost it. And there could be a break on here. It's Lopez, could have shot, he went for a little ball inside to Tono. Unselfish, But he was trying to thread the eye of a needle, really, with that pass. Trying to get it between the two defenders, there wasn't much room. Here's the corner. Keeper stayed at home. Such a massive body's in front of him, and now Shanghai Port trying to break with Vital, free kick. So midpoint, just past of the opening half. Goalless, but there's been plenty of activity at both ends. There's Yenpe. That's Sabara. Doesn't want to go long, does he? Clark Hilgu. Sabara with the long ball. Standing on ceremony with the clearance there, Jiang Chuan-Tai. Ran out of pitch. Vital. Mane. Passing maybe just hasn't been as crisp as Steve Holland would want. Leon. Well, that wasn't the best ball. He's had a nervous start, the number 2. Caught in possession a few minutes ago, and then the errant pass. Nearly managed to find a way through. Shen Chao, don't see too much of him coming forward. Xu Xin under real pressure, didn't manage to get the ball off to a teammate. Shi Yuan. Only 3 players under 30 in the Shanghai Port starting lineup. Certainly gone for experience, Kevin Muscat, this evening. They won't appreciate that, I can tell you. Gustavo shoved off the ball. They wanted the ball back and then decided that Gustavo needed to be reminded that it was a free kick. Anyhow, handbags at dawn, really. Lopez. To try and set Unaka away. He's been very quiet, but maybe not now. That was a clear free kick. It's going to be a card for the tug-back. First time we've seen Unaka try and wriggle away, and he would have got away, was it not for that cynical tug of the shirt. He knew he was beaten, Leon. So he's in the book. And Yokohama have a free kick in a semi-threatening position here.
Shanghai Port FC.
To a dangerous area. It was Quinones who jumped highest, but he couldn't really get a solid connection. There were so many bodies in there trying to meet the delivery. Barrett. Thought about the little slide rule pass to Unaka, who actually had taken up a good position. That's Sabara again. Well, that's clever. Unaka. And it's going to be a simple goal for Lopez. Never going to miss from just a few yards out. But Matsubara was involved, so was Unaka. And once they got round the back, Shanghai Port were in trouble. His 7th of the campaign, and almost certainly the easiest. Maybe they don't deserve to be in front, but they are. That was Matsubara's ball to Unaka. Lian couldn't touch him, otherwise it would have been a penalty. And it came inadvertently of Shi Yuan, I think, number 20, yeah. And all he succeeded in doing was teeing up Anderson Lopez for the simplest of finishes with his head. So on the half hour, Yokohama in front. Steve Holland's team get a lift. It's the first time in the match they've really got in behind Shanghai Port, the Japanese side, and they made it count. He's got a tremendous league scoring record as well, actually, Anderson Lopez. 46 since he joined a couple of years ago in the league, better than a goal every other game. He was actually in the Team of the Year last season in the J1 League. I think it was the landing caused the problem. Quinones is okay. Start he wanted, and ironic really, because it was an even contest until the goal. You might have even said Shanghai Port was shading it, but they find themselves behind. Xianbei. Again, helped out by Tono. Mateus. Neka was trying to sneak in again. He's quick. He's got very low centre of gravity, really good dribbler, Masayu Naka. It's going to be a corner. 5th of the game. Gustavo got it clear, and that was certainly Gustavo the second time. That time, Clark Hillview happy to go long with the clearance. About the first time he has delivered beyond halfway. Ziango with a rather rushed up and under. Shin. Well, that was dangerous. They were being pressed. No foul. Just about got away with it. Just couldn't quite get there, Leonardo, before the defender, but it will be a Shanghai Port ball. Now, Vital, Gustavo. See exactly what he was trying to do, so couldn't find his teammate with the pass. Shushin, Leon. Find an immediate riposte, not with that kind of a delivery, beat the first defender. Well, I can see why Gustavo was appealing to the official. He got absolutely nothing for his troubles. It's come a long way through. This is Leonardo. Trying to get Gustavo in. He may still break for it. Side netting only. But they're getting closer, Shanghai Port. Again, it wasn't the most convincing defending from Yokohama. Flicked clearance didn't work by Quinones, and Gustavo nearly punished him. Chanel. Good flick from Lopez. Could see what he was trying to do, get Diatono away. Wasn't far away from succeeding, actually. Yones. Sabara. Mateus with a calm pass, just switching the play. There's space on that far side. Riku Yamane. Solid piece of defending. Lopez really catch it as he would have wanted. Have a look again at the goal. Napa got in behind, but not exactly sure what Yang Shi-Wen was trying to do. Ended up being the perfect cross. Lopez all on his own, couldn't miss. Base header. Stahl, oh, he played it the wrong side of Lopez. If it had gone the other way, the Brazilian would have been in business for sure. That's Ibarra. Lopez, never quite going to get high enough to be able to do much with that, but he applauds the intent. Yangbei's okay, just landed a little awkwardly. Towards Gustavo. Vital. This is better. The defender just got goal side. He did enough. Nagata. They've kept it alive though, Shanghai. Wang Shenchao goes down, it's all a bit of a scramble. Never going to be a penalty kick for that. Lopez trying to get away at the other end. Well, it's a yellow card for Yan Shuan. I think the captain there, Wang Shenchao, just asking the referee what that was all about. I didn't see exactly what the defence was. Let's see if we can pick it out here. It was really good defending from Nagato. Well, I think if anything, it was outside the area, but it looked a bit like a dive anyway. However, 3 in the book now, and we've got 3.5 minutes to play, plus what probably will be quite a lot of injury time with the various stoppages that we've had. Ball by Zheng Guangtai. Oh, that's broken very kindly for Leonardo. And he was just not quite alert enough. Seemed initially as though it might be an opportunity to get a shot in, not the case. Good by Chin Xiao. Safely back with Park Il-gu. Managed to keep that in play. Now on the charge here is Jan Mateus. Trying to trick and tease, but the defender stood up well. just went down. That's the substitute, Shanghai, who looked like he got a problem. Tricky customer here, Mateus, but Shanghai stood up very well. Haven't managed a shot on target yet, Shanghai Port, in the 44th minute. Well, Kevin Muscat trying to see the funny side. So into the final minute of the half, a little header on, but that's easy for the goalkeeper again. Quite know where it was, Yamani, but he recovered and then he lost it. On by Vital. This is Gustavo. I think his manager will want to see him playing in a more advanced position than that. Oh, lovely trickery on the far side from Tono. Jan Mateus. 3 minutes of stoppage time we're into now. All backed off here, Mateus. He might fancy a shot. Tono might too. Just leaning back a fraction. Couldn't keep it down by Tono, former Honda and Kawasaki striker who arrived in January. Wasn't exactly prolific last season though, just 1 goal in 35 league appearances. Nonetheless, Steve Holland there will be very happy with the way things are at the moment. His side look very likely to take a lead in at the break. That's Savara looking for Lopez. Just got clipped. Shane going tied, but doesn't make anything of it. Born in Liverpool, actually. A Cantonese mother, and he began his career at Everton in England. Made 7 appearances in the Premier League. Couple of years. Tono. Get a free kick for that. Clearly bundled over. Sabara, too much on him. Nice header as Yang went down and got caught. Lopez, Matsubara, Mateus. One last chance again at the end of the half, but the pass never looked like finding its target. As Yang spooned into the middle, and now Mateus will retrieve it. We've played the 3 minutes. Matsubara, Teus, Aziangbe, can they get a shot in? Tono. Aziangbe wanted to go square. Kept alive by Nagatu. Aziangbe again. Teus with a little flick. Aziangbe's gone down actually. I think that is half-time. Well, hopefully the injury to Aziangbe isn't serious, but certainly the smile on Lopez's face tells the story of a first half where Shanghai Port were much better than they were a couple of weeks ago. We're looking at the injury again. Yeah, he just got a stud on the instep, didn't he? However, it's Yokohama Marinos who go in front, thanks to Anderson Lopez's goal on the half hour, inadvertently set up by Yang Shiyuen's cross when he was trying to get the ball away, presumably. Anderson had the best chance, in addition to that, when his header was saved by Yang Chun-Ling. But Yokohama Marinos, who came in as favourites, sitting pretty at the break. Shanghai 0, Yokohama Marinos 1.
I landed in an unexplored territory. I saw things you wouldn't believe. I was the first, but I won't be the last. This land is calling.
let us turn our attention to the AFC Champions League 2. This battle offers a thrilling stage for established clubs to battle for a coveted title with a pathway to excellence in Asian football. This is the AFC Champions League 2.
On the way to the top, rivalries are born. New heroes emerge, paving the way to glory. 32 clubs battle it out from across Asia. AFC Champions League 2.
And now we introduce the AFC Challenge League. This platform serves as a launchpad for budding stars to shine on the continental club stage. Witness the passion, the grit, and the raw talent of 20 aspiring teams representing the vibrant tapestry of Asian football. The Challenge League is not just about winning, it is about fostering development and a spirit of growth that will benefit the entire Asian footballing ecosystem for years to come. This is the AFC Challenge League.
For the believers, for those that dream, the opportunity takers, where talent develops and fortune favors the brave. AFC Challenge League.
The future of Asian club football shines brightly with the all-new AFC Women's Champions League. For the first time ever, Asia's top 12 women's clubs will converge to showcase their talent and compete for ultimate glory. This is more than just a competition. It is a powerful symbol of innovation and inclusivity, inspiring generations of female athletes to chase their dreams and write their own stories on the pitch. This is the AFC Women's Champions League.
Breaking new ground for women's club football in Asia. 12 of the best teams, chasing greatness, inspiring generations in a fierce contested competition to crown the best in Asia. AFC Women's Champions League.
This is the champion.
The AFC has reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining the highest officiating standards by implementing the video assistant referee (VAR) system across its revamped club structure for the 2024-25 season. The purpose of the VAR will be to rectify clear and obvious mistakes in match-changing situations based on the principles and philosophy of the laws of the game. The VAR team supports the decision-making process in the event of a clear and obvious error or serious missed incident in relation to goal, no goal, penalty, no penalty, direct red card, mistaken identity, when the referee cautions or sends off the wrong player of the offending team. Stationed in the video operations room, the VAR team will have access to all the camera feeds and will automatically check every match incident. In the event of a clear and obvious error, the VAR communicates with the referee immediately, after which the referee will signal a check by pointing to their ear to indicate that the restart of play is being delayed. The VAR can suggest a review, but only the referee can initiate the review by signaling the outline of a TV screen. The referee always makes the final decision, but can be supported by the VAR in 2 ways. Using the information received from the VAR for factual decisions, or personally reviewing the incident at the referee review area for decisions that require an interpretation.
Well, a warm welcome back to the Pudong Football Stadium. Champions League Elite East Region round of 16, and in the first leg at half-time, Yokohama Marinos lead Shanghai Port by 1-0. Looks like a change is upcoming here for the home team. Looks like Ablahan is going to come on.
Substitution for Shanghai Port FC. Player number 20, Yang Shiyuan,
Midfielder,
is replaced by
23-year-old.
player number 36, Ablahan.
Been at the club for 4 years. But only a handful of league appearances for Ablahan Halik. Looks as though Yokohama, as you were, same 11, finished the first half. So where we go then, if you're just joining us, Yokohama Marinos in the white. They're attacking all the way to our left in the second half, trying to build on Anderson Lopez's first half strike. He was on the ball straight away there. Just ran out of play before JPN could rescue it. Threw it away by Nagato. This is Wang Chin-Chao. Nagato in the way. Now Tono. Got past one, but not the challenge of the captain, Wang Chin-Chao. This is a storming run. Shot was blocked at the last. It was Ablahan's first. Beg your pardon, it was Vital's run through from midfield. This is Ablahan on the ball now. Tian falls back. Possession very equal in that first half, and in truth there wasn't a great deal between the teams. Just that one moment where Shanghai Port lost concentration. Yang Xun's unintended cross that presented Anderson Lopez with a chance he was never going to pass up. Wen, by the way, is the man who came off at half-time for Shanghai Port. That's rather presented to Unaka. And on the break here, it's 3 against 3 at the moment. If they can play this right, still Unaka has it. Now Tono. He's just forced a little bit too wide, was Yamane. And in the end, a telling touch from Wang Chin-Chao has got it out for a corner kick. Keeper just about got something on it, and then the volley wasn't particularly firmly struck by Yamane, and very easy gather for the keeper. And Junling's quick throw out. Feel they have to get the next goal, Shanghai Port, otherwise they're in big trouble. Here's Ablahan, the substitute. He went for the nutmeg there on Nagato. Yangbe with a lot of space to work with on this near side, Togolese, and he ran flush into Shu Xin. Referee said no foul. Here's Ablahan. Not what he was trying to do. You can see the disappointment. Leonardo there, the body language. He did that to feet. He's never going to be able to run onto it. About captain play on the far side. Here's Matsubara. Should be a Yokohama ball. Neil came across to clear. Gustavo just couldn't get it under control. Been rather starved of service up to now, the Brazilian number 9. That was a very casual giveaway. Here's Ablahan. Now Wang Chen Xiao. Thumped away by Nagato. That flick might work. Good thing for Shanghai. The goalkeeper was alert to it. Yan Junling was well out of his area to make that clearance. Oh, Leon gave it away. Now Tono. Lopez. Tono's gone for the return, and a defender snapping at his ankles. Nagato kept it alive. Esiangbe now. On the turn, Leonardo. Space on that far side if they can play it right. They have done it. Just got pushed a bit wider than he wanted to go. And then driven in, but the goalkeeper, strange decision to use the double-fisted punch. Might have thought he would have caught it, but I guess it got the job done. But Wang Chunao certainly found some space out on that left flank. Maybe an option for them in the rest of the half, because they did look a little sparse in terms of where the defenders were. First off, most of the Shanghai Port attacks came down the other flank, down the right-hand side. Across the cover. This is Naka, and settle for the throw. This is Mateus, driven in there, bit of space here for Tono. Only Lopez waiting, and it was never going to reach the Brazilian. Tono found himself all on his own there momentarily. Important header that from Guantai, but whacked away by Chunao. Tono. And again, CHN. Patient build up here on the edge of the Shanghai box from Yokohama. As Yang Bei. Yamane. Well, that was a gift. Easy free kick for the referee to give. He was only a few metres away. I think he deserved more than just a word of admonishment, which is what it got. That's Sabara's challenge. Way back from Nagato. Now here's Leonardo. Trying to get Gustavo in. He tried a little back flick and it nearly worked. But there were just so many white shirts in there. No space. Kept alive though. Delivered by Chen Shan. Was that a shove? You can see Kevin Muscat gesticulating from the sidelines, Shanghai boss. But a clear push by Jiang Guangtai. Yamane. Flicked on by Tono. A foot on it, and an important foot from Li Yun. Vital. Again, they'd want to see him ideally in a more advanced position than that, the Brazilian. He was sold short there, Ablahan. And the Marinos rather gifted back possession. Tono. This is Yamane. As Yang Bei telegraphed the pass. And the clearance was charged down. Tono, and look at the space here. Oh, that was really unselfish. And the shot came back off the goalkeeper. Unaka was brilliant there, though. Could easily have gone himself. It should be 2-0. It still might be. Too high for Lopez. Good period this for Yokohama Marinos. Kept alive by Yamane. Then Mateus. It's a nice little flick. Tono. They were queuing up to block it. Nagato. Not enough elevation. No foul. Referee was very close to that. Yokohama still have it. Yamane. An hour played at the Pudong Stadium. Still 1-0. Defender just about did enough, not a back pass. Did well, Chanel, under serious pressure, but it could so easily have been 2-0. Initially, the clearance from Wang Tai was charged down. But look at the unselfishness here. He could easily have gone on his own, Unaka. He set it up for Jan Mateus, and it was Yan Junling to the rescue for Shanghai Port. 3 goals in the Champions League so far for Mateus. Here's Lopez, who's got 7 now. Tono. Might fancy the shot. He still might. But in the end, it was rather betwixt and between. He was trying to tee it up for Lopez. It wasn't that close to him. Time for Ablahan to turn. He fell over. Did brilliantly, actually, Tono, to recover. Find the ball when he got his balance back. However, Shanghai have it now. It's with Shen Chao. Second leg to come, remember, in Yokohama in 7 days' time. You see at Yokohama, this second half, it was pretty level at the break possession, but now 60-40, and it feels like that in Steve Holland's side's favour. Working player, Yamane, charged that down, nearly made something of it. Shanghai Port, haven't seen too much of them as an attacking force since the restart. To Xu Xin. Gustavo waiting in the middle, he's done a lot of waiting. Wang Shenchao. Gustavo's feet, suddenly found a posse of white shirts around him. It's broken back to Shanghai though. It was Mateus Vital's effort. Double change for Shanghai Port. Xu Xin is coming off. Wenjun is coming on. Striker. Well, they need some firepower from somewhere. Li Shui. The experienced Li Shui is the other man who's come on for Shanghai Port. So that's 4 substitutes now, used by Kevin Muscat. He had to make one early change. An injury to Fu Guan. That was presented to Gustavo. First touch for Lu Wenjun, but it's over here and behind for a goal kick. missing sparkle. Just find a bit of inspiration from somewhere. They need a leveller. Don't really fancy them to do much in Yokohama if they travel to Japan behind in the tie. Knew he'd be coming back from an offside position. Well, 4 on 3 here. It's with Uwaka. Just couldn't get past the defender. A couple of times now, Shanghai Port have left themselves really exposed defensively. Well, a few anxious looks from the home faithful. Kevin Muscat hasn't got too many more cards to play now from the bench. It's how to play for a goal kick as we reach the three-quarter mark in the contest. Still, that man's goal after half an hour separates the sides. This is the target. Leon made sure he didn't reach him. As Yang just got brushed off it. And then got a foot in. But fortunately for Shanghai, fell easily for Xinjiao. Here's the skipper again. Nicely done. Chanel. Once again, they've got space on that left-hand side, and red shirts streaming forward here, driven in and off the post. Goalkeeper was beaten. It's come back for Leonardo. Still a chance, and then deflected behind for a corner. Well, that's as close as Shanghai Port have come. A coat of paint away. Li Shui, what an introduction that would have been. But again, they were overloaded down the left-hand side. Would have gone down as a brilliant tactical substitution had that been just fractionally more accurate. Keeper had given it up for sure. It's Li Shui's shot the second time as well that was deflected behind for a corner. Towards the near post. That will be another corner kick. Just a throw this time. Gustavo, but he had a defender both in front and behind him. Bay. Did well to just make himself a bit of room. Well, that was nicely worked. Tono trying to sneak in, and that was a good tackle. It might come from Nagato, though. Excellent block from Wang Chen-Chao. Still quite an open game. Certainly no question of Yokohama Marinos settling for a 1-0 lead to take back home for the second leg. Might be a bit of cramp, yeah it is for Tono. So that's good to see Yan Chun-Ling trying to help the striker out, the opposition team. It's Tono's surging run here, and that was an absolutely vital challenge from Wang Chen-Chao. And played in a pretty good spirit. This first leg tie, the round of 16. Looks like the first change is imminent. Double change too. Albert getting ready, the winger. And also Giuliano, who scored on this ground a couple of weeks ago in that 2-0 Yokohama win. So what can Shanghai Port cook up from this free kick? Wen-chun will take. Just didn't get enough on it. Disappointing delivery. His last man back for Shanghai. Hit towards Leonardo, and it reached him. Here's Chanel. Wen-chun, and again. Chanel. Useful, and it's there. No, it's just wide. Thought it had sneaked in, but just the wrong side of the post. From a shot. In fact, the flag was up in any case, so it wouldn't have counted had it been in. But they have shown in the last 4 or 5 minutes, yeah, clearly the wrong side, that they still potentially have a goal in them. Now, here's the double change. Giuliano and Elbert coming on. So attacking substitutions from Steve Holland. Diatona's coming off. We saw him go down and need some attention for cramp a moment ago, so that's understandable. Well, Elbert will certainly add some pace, without any question. Minutes to go. All of a sudden they're seeing a lot more of the ball and in dangerous areas. Free kick here, it was a late challenge. Naka, by the way, was the other player who went off for Yokohama, that double substitution. So Naka and Tono off. So we see the challenge that left the Yokohama man on the deck. Free kick given for the foul on Gustavo. Also tell you that Ablahan has been booked. Exactly sure what that was about, but it's the fourth yellow card of the match. All four men carded from the home team. Chat. Leonardo don't look anywhere near as effective when they come down the right-hand side. The build-up down the left is so much more potent, it's much quicker in terms of how they move the ball. He won't be happy with that percentage for passing accuracy, Kevin Muscat. So more than 1 in every 5 passes going astray. Kept alive by Mateus Vital. Li Shui. He's looked full of running since he's come on, I must say. And delivered towards Leonardo. Was that a handball? They're all claiming it. I think VAR's going to have a look at this. It looks suspicious. Meanwhile, play goes on. Delivered by Chunal. He did brilliantly to get that across Leonardo. Nearly managed to find a teammate. Engine. Engine again. Vital. Chen Xiao. Inside the last 10 minutes now. Too much on that. I don't think he'll catch up with it, Gustavo. Well, they're still round the referee, claiming handball. Might be a bit fortunate, Nagato. Get away with that. Let's have another look. Well, it was off the thigh, but you have to say he was gaining an advantage. So another change for the visitors. Kenta Inoue coming on. And Yamateus is the man being withdrawn. Generally plays wide, Inoue. He's quick. Does have strength in depth on the bench, Steve Holland. Jun. Winshin Shao. Now again, that's catching practice for Park Il-gu. Should win the race, and does. And follows it straight to Elbert. It's Yang Bei. Ford, free kick. So a fifth and final change for Shanghai Port. Wenjing Chao. Final throw of the dice. It's an attacking midfielder. Yang Bei. That would have just stung a little bit. It's a skipper's challenge, Shen Shao. Elbert certainly felt it. Never going to get the ball coming in from that angle. Matthias Vital, by the way, was the man who came off a couple of minutes ago for Shanghai Port. Marinos, dangerously across the face of goal. Chao. So into the last 5 minutes. Still Yokohama Marinos with that narrow advantage given them on the half hour by Anderson Lopez. Looked like it might have been a push, and the referee saw it. It won't count. Tremendous finish from Leonardo, but all for nothing. Wow. 10 again. Let's have a slight nudge. Maybe a fraction harsh. Certainly a brilliant finish. That's what he thinks about it. Referee played an advantage there because that was a clear foul. It's left a Yokohama Marinos player on the deck, but the men in white have it. So Niue with a amazing little run. He just came on a few minutes ago, number 17. Gato. Oh, that's nicely done for Romano. Lovely turn too, and it could be two. That's a fine save. Lopez denied by Yan Junling, and the follow-up blocked. Wonderfully worked move though from Yokohama Marinos, and so close to doubling the advantage. No exaggeration to say Lopez could have had a hat-trick. He's got one. He's had two attempts saved by Yan Junling. As Yangbe is down, they've got a couple on the deck here. Yokohama. Look at this build-up. It's a wonderful little ball inside to Amano. Took out two defenders with the turn. Just wasn't quite enough pace on the cross for Lopez to do much more with it. He headed it down, he did the right thing. And then a heroic block by Guang Tai, with Nagato hurtling in for the rebound. Mano again, Elbert, Lopez, blocked by Leung. It's going to come straight back though, potentially. Finishing the game very strongly. So into the last minute of normal time. Who knows how much there'll be in terms of additional minutes. For Lopez. Just for a moment, it looked like Shanghai Port might have escaped from that little melee with possession in a threatening position, but not the case. So all eyes now on the fourth official. We've played the 90 minutes. 4 more to come. Nagato inside for Yamane. Now Elbert. Gato. And that'll be a corner kick put behind by Wang Shen Chao. So Mano will take it, and not in any great hurry to either. High and hanging to towards the far post, actually hit the back of the defender. And then Lopez's shot was charged down. Walsh. Rui. Yangbe. Rui again. Yamane. Frustrating this for Shanghai Port. Can't get the ball. They've gone down in the last few minutes of stoppage time here. For Romano again. It's looked good since he's come on. Do anything with it on that occasion though. Here's Chin-Chan. Change, you would imagine. Yamane is coming off. And Kuta Watanabe, defensive midfielder, is on. Just for a couple of minutes that remain. Well, there's no flag here against Albert, and he went for the chip. Well, it was classically Brazilian. In any case, the flag did go up, albeit belatedly. It wouldn't have counted anyway. He's probably glad about that now. Let's have a look. Close, maybe just the wrong side. Lopez has escaped. Absolute sickener for Shanghai Port if they concede again now. Almost the last kick. That was Aziambe. Now Elbert might be happy to hold on to what they have, Yokohama. Although certainly for most of this period they've been very attacking. Settling at all for a 1-0 lead for the second leg. Down the line it goes. We've played half a minute over the 4 minutes. Not too much more to add on, you wouldn't have thought. And that is full time here at the Pudong Football Stadium. Yokohama Marinos have come here and got the result they wanted. Steve Holland's men will take a 1-0 advantage back home to Japan for the second leg in a week's time. Still arguing about the handball, I think, a little earlier. The goal from Anderson Lopez right on the half hour after an inadvertent assist from Rang Shi-Yuan had teed up the Brazilian. His 7th goal in the AFC Champions League Elite this season. Means he's now the joint leading scorer in the competition. But there's an awful lot of work for Shanghai Port to do in the second leg if they're to come back. They have an excellent home record in this competition, Yokohama. But it's still a live tie with just the 1 goal difference. Maybe didn't create enough for Kevin Muscat's liking. Shanghai Port. Certainly no lack of effort though, and it could yet be an intriguing second leg in Japan next Tuesday. But in the first leg here at the Pudong Football Stadium, it's finished Shanghai Port 0, Yokohama Marinos 1.